Hello everyone, my name is Juan Ochoa and I'm the Coordinator of Faculty Initiatives at the Office of Community Engagement. Welcome to week 8 of our 10-part Coffee Break series. Last week we talked about the guidelines and principles associated with the development of a community-based research project. If you missed that video, I recommend you go back and watch. I would also like to remind everyone that after every video, there will be a very short survey. Complete at least 6 surveys and OC will email you a certificate of professional development. Today we'll be talking about ways to make the most out of your community-university partnerships. We will mainly focus on sharing strategies to efficiently get your community engagement project up and running. We will also introduce Community Engaged Scholarship and how that can help your retention, promotion, and tenure process. Let's start by discussing ways to be time efficient in the preparation stage of your project. A good place to start is by entering any community partnership with a sense of humility and willingness to learn from community partners and participants. The purpose of these partnerships is to learn from community wisdom, and sometimes we don't know what we don't know. We must listen to those who live through it. Partnerships should always be based on a commitment to lifelong learning and improvement. Next, consider partnering with agencies that can provide multiple opportunities for you and your students. Think about if the community partner can support a service learning course, internship placement, a community-based research project, maybe a volunteer service event, a partner that can offer employment opportunities for students, and any other idea that you might have. Choosing a community partner that can fulfill most or all of your potential projects will save you time from having to develop different partners for different goals. Third, always be sure to focus on your strengths. Community partnerships are collaborative processes. So think about what collaborations will benefit the work and who you need to invite. For example, if your strengths are program development and implementation, you might want to invite a faculty member whose strengths are in program evaluation. These strategic collaborations will benefit the community partner, and your scholarly work. Addressing a high priority community need can be really beneficial, as many local organizations might already have in place an effort that you can join. These high priority needs also make it easier to find funding and involve additional partners. This can be also beneficial to your personal community engaged scholarship, as these high priority projects are interesting to scholarly journals, they can lead to consulting work, and it can be interesting for other students. Most importantly, tackling these high priority needs also helps amplify the voice of community partners. Let's switch over to the best practices and strategies to be more efficient during the development phase of your project. You always want to consider your audience when communicating with students or community partners. Avoid any technical jargon that can lead to questions, misunderstandings, and setbacks that slow the process down. Community partners work in an entirely different space, and many of them are not aware of academic terms for certain processes. To save time, be sure to be clear and thorough in your communications. A second best tip is to clearly discuss the roles and responsibilities of the partnership. This part is critical in the development of your partnership. You want to clearly discuss the roles, expectations, and responsibilities of the partnership. Be sure you also have them in writing so you, the community partner, and the students can have access to them. Another best practice is to keep a timeline for expectations. Include what and when milestones or projects should be completed. By this stage, you've thought about what community partners you want to have, and you have clearly communicated all the roles and responsibilities. So now that you're ready to put your plan into action, here are some best practices. First, be flexible and reliable. Always be sure to be flexible with your community partner. Keep in mind that community partners have additional responsibilities and cannot solely focus on the partnership. Also be reliable. Projects might stall if one piece is not completed in a timely fashion and further set back your project. Second, use Canvas resources to reduce your workload. The Office of Community Engagement and CSUSB Campus Compact membership can provide you with class resources, including ideas for surface learning projects, ideas to engage your class with the community, discussion and reflection activities, all that you can integrate into your classroom. Another great resource is hiring a student assistant. A student assistant can help you take care of time-consuming tasks that limit your productivity. Students can grow professionally from this experience, and it can serve as a mutual beneficial partnership for the student and the faculty member. Another benefit of forming partnerships with community partners is the opportunity for community engaged scholarship. Community engaged scholarship is centered on a mutually beneficial collaboration between the university and the community partner. The purpose of this collaboration is to bring together the specialized knowledge of the university with the specialized knowledge of the community to generate new knowledge that contributes to public good. Community engaged scholarship opens the door for a faculty member and a community partner to collaborate on scholarly journals, community-based research papers, creative work, or conference presentations. In fact, there are many journals who focus on publishing community engaged scholarship. We have linked a list of community engaged journals in the description below. We will dive deeper into community engaged scholarship next week, so be sure to stay tuned. Thank you for joining this coffee break. We hope you consider these tips for your next community engagement project. Naturally, the development of partnerships take time, but these tips will help you be more efficient during different stages of your project. If you have any questions about this video, please email me at juan.ochoa@csusb.edu. I'd like to remind you to take the quick survey. The link is listed below. Thank you for joining us for this coffee break. Join us next week for an introduction of community engaged scholarship. Thank you and see you next week.